Our company, South Coast Recycling and American Reclamation, a family-owned business. We've been in the recycling and rubbish hauling business for over 55 years. Started by my father, which was inspired by his father, who used to go out and collect recyclables and waste and bring them back for my father and uncle to sort out and bring back to recycling centers like we have today.
Ever since I was 5 years old, I would go to work with my dad and I would help him with whatever he needed to do. Once I finish college, I hope that I can go there full time and I could help him with what he needs to do, and hopefully, eventually I'll be able to take over the business and carry on the tradition that my family's led on.
Hello, I'm John Gasparian, CEO of American Reclamation and South Coast Fibers. My day usually starts off by coming in and walking through the office, checking on everyone in the office, and going out throughout the plant and checking the plant out, make sure everyone's on task, and checking with the managers that everyone's up to par. I would come in my office and conduct business and contacting customers and employees and going throughout the day. We set up the orders overseas. We have our own export department, and they'll set up the bookings for ocean containers, and those ocean containers will either go to our customer's place of business where they'll load the containers directly, or come to our facility where we'll load the containers and hire out an outside trucking company to take them down to the Long Beach port to be shipped over to China. Over here are loading docks where we load and unload export containers for the overseas market. Well, we're also open to the general public, and the public will bring in, like yourself, you might save at your household, bottles, cans, plastic bottles, your newspapers, whatever, and rather than put them in the trash or in the recycling container, you might bring them to a local recycling center. And we have a buyback center as well, where we'll do that and pay the customers for the product they bring in. It's by the pound, depending on the commodity they bring in. They'll bring it in, we'll weigh it, and then whatever that weight comes out to, it's weighed from the scale into the computer and into the cashier, and the cashier will pay them cash. What we're considered is a collector and recycling company. We'll process it and then we'll ship it off to a foundry or paper mill where they'll actually melt it down or grind it up in order to make it into new aluminum or new paper craft rolls. Recently, with the economy taking a toll back in 2007, 2008, we thought it would be a good idea to go out and go after the construction industry and start the construction and demolition recycling, which we went out and got permits to process construction waste, and that's brought in here, sorted. We charge to bring that in, and that's sorted out and made into new products as well, such as concrete, dirt, sand, and asphalt. When we started the construction and demolition processing, we sort out all the wood, and all the wood goes over to our chipping and grinding area, where we had that large red machine that will grind up all the wood, and all that wood gets grinded up, and it will be sent out to power plants for new energy. The green machine I took you out on is the 3 conveyor sort system. It will bring in product, and other people bring product in that gets dumped on the conveyor. It's a 3 conveyor system. The first conveyor will load onto the loading conveyor, and the loading conveyor will load onto a platform conveyor where we have 8 to 12 people working that sort the product. It might be plastic bottles, aluminum cans, paper, white paper, corrugated trash, office paper, and each of them have their own station to work at. And then at the end, when they're done, that gets pushed off, goes onto that large machine that was baling the wax cardboard to bale it up to be processed for its destination. My father started his business over 55 years ago, and he was inspired into the recycling. And in the mid to late 80s, AB 939 was an assembly bill that mandated recycling. What I really find interesting in the recycling industry is how it helps our environment, and at the same time helps our economy and all the generations to come. When I sit back and I think about how much we recycle throughout the year, we ourselves divert over 180,000 tons of recyclables from the landfill, and we save over 1.3 million trees every year. And when you sit back and think about that, it really makes an impression of what recycling does for our environment.
Hopefully, I'll be able to expand the business so that it will be able to help the environment even more, and it'll be able to generate more income and do even better than it has become as my dad has expanded it.
I was given a very large responsibility at a very young age. At the age of approximately 18, 19 years old, I was managing people out in the plant. I look back when I first started in the earlier years, it was very challenging because I would second guess myself, always double checking myself, making sure I was always making the right decision. I was unsure of a lot of the decisions I would make. Today, it's become second nature, and I don't second guess myself. I see the future of this business as being the sky being the limit.